tutorial will show you how to add an audition. You can add an audition from 3 different places on the Up-to-Date Actor. The first is from the circular button on Upcoming Appointments. The second would be by clicking on your photo or star in the bottom right corner and clicking on Add Appointment. Keep in mind that this is available on any page, so you can add an audition from anywhere on the site. The third way to add an audition would be to navigate to your calendar and click on the circular Add button near Upcoming Appointments. Okay, let's add an audition. So here's where I could add an audition or a meeting. There will be a tutorial on meetings separately. So for now, let's click Audition. You can click First Audition, which will search the database for any projects that we already know of, or you can enter a brand new project. And a callback would search solely from your prior project, so projects that you've already had an audition for or have already entered. So for the most part, you're going to be clicking First Audition. Here, let's say I had an audition for Bull, a TV show. You'll see it comes up in the drop-down, and it's a TV show at SAG-AFTRA. If this is what I have an audition for, you always want to click from the drop-down. This will link you with any information that we already have about the project, including casting info, and just, again, connect you with our database. But let's say this is an equity showcase. Okay, so I enter the title, click Next, and here I add information on the project. So this is an equity showcase, it's a musical, it's AEA, and this is again when the production starts. So let's say it starts September 1 and it ends October 31st. It's in New York. And project dates, project location, and comments are not required, but the rest is. So we click Next. And now we can add our audition details. So the last page was all about the project. This is all about your audition. So here we can click on the audition date. Maybe my audition is next month. And put the time in. Say it's at 12:45 p.m. Make sure to change that. And here we can enter any information that we have. Now, if it was a self-tape, I can click yes here, and I would be able to enter the self-tape cost. And what's really important about this is that any cost that you have, if you can add it, an entry will be made on the reports page for your income and deduction. So it keeps track of any of your expenses regarding auditions. Now I can also input the role, type, we'll say that it's supporting. And here, callback date and callback time is really more for commercial auditions where you sometimes know the callback date prior to even going in for a first audition. Now I can add what material I'm to prepare. What I'm planning to wear. And my goals. Now the only field that is required on this page is the audition date. However, I would really strongly encourage you to enter as much information as possible. On the morning of your audition, you'll get an email reminder with all of your audition details, such as the date, the time, where you're going, who you're going to see, the material you were supposed to prepare, the role that you're going in for. And so this way you can enter it once and kind of not worry about it, kind of focus on your craft. So we've entered that, we're going to click Submit. And now I have the option to say if there was a casting company that I'm going to see or a casting director. You can enter both of them, one of them, or none. For none, you'd click No Casting Info. But I'm going to say I'm going to see Jamie Beth Margolis. And again, look, she came up in the drop-down, so I'm going to click on that so that I can link with Jamie Beth, and there will actually be an entry for Jamie Beth in my contacts since I have now auditioned for her. If you were given any contact info, definitely put it here so that way you can keep track of it. Click Submit. And I'm redirected to my calendar page, which has a list of all of my auditions and meetings. So here's the audition that we just added. Okay, got July 8th, and here's the info on it. You can see I've got a little Gmaps of where I'm going and all of the information that I've input. If I want to edit any of this info, I can just click the edit button next to each one, and I'll be able to edit those fields. Now, real quickly, once this audition is in the past, it will no longer be here, and we'll click on past auditions. And from there, I'll be able to edit who was in the room, any notes, did I get a call back, did I follow up, did I book it, my transportation costs. And again, you always want to fill out as much as possible. Just you'll have a much better experience of seeing the interconnectivity that the database provides, and also your reports page of both your income deductions and audition reports.